Today we're going to learn about foreshortening. Foreshortening is a technique that artists use to create the illusion of an object receding strongly into the distance of a painting or into the background. For example, look at this picture of shoes. The shoes are out in front while the legs recede back into the background. It almost kind of makes the legs look really short. Same thing here with this horse's nose. The nose is very, very close to us, and the neck of the horse and the horse's head seem extremely short, even though we know in real life it's probably a regular life-size horse. This is another great example. It looks like this horse has a gigantic head, but it doesn't because it's just closer to us. For this project, we're going to be making a self-portrait, a picture of us, and the theme is falling into foreshortening. So when you look at these two examples that I've just given you, it kind of looks like this person is falling forward. And this is what we're going to do to make our artwork today. We're going to do some tracing, we're going to do some drawing, we're going to do some facial expression, and these are going to be really fun. So get your paper, pencil, black pen, and eraser ready. All right, everybody, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tracing a couple of things to make our picture look like we are showing foreshortening in our artwork. All right, so the first thing that you're going to need to trace is you're going to have to take off your shoe, and you're going to be tracing the outside edges of your shoe. So if you take off your left shoe, you're going to put it on the left side of your paper and trace it. Also, your paper needs to be turned up and down the tall way. I forgot to tell you that. And then you're going to take off your right shoe and do the same thing. There we go. Put those smelly shoes back on. And the next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to be tracing our hands. So when I trace my hand, I am right-handed. So I'm going to trace my left hand first. And when I trace my right hand, it gets a little bit trickier. Also, if you notice, the bottom part of my hand is being covered up by my shoe. Okay, so you're probably going to want to do the same thing. I'm not going to actually draw the bottom of my hand there. I'm just going to kind of leave it like this. And then I'm going to trace my other hand on this side. So you've got to go a little bit slower. You know, I'm right hand dominant, so when I trace my hand, it's kind of difficult for me to give it a good trace. And if it ends up looking weird, please go back and fix it. Don't be like, oh, my thumb looks weird, who cares? You know, I'm just gonna leave it. No, go back and fix that. So I would probably go back and fix that little thumb part that I just made right there. You don't need to make nails or anything like that yet, okay? Actually, you're not gonna be making nails on this at all. You'll see why in a minute, okay? Now I'm gonna switch over to black pen. I want you guys to stick with pencil. Okay, and we're gonna talk about the face, okay? So next, we're gonna be making a self-portrait, a picture of you, and we're gonna start by making that face, and the face is gonna be making a letter U just like this, okay? So everybody is gonna be making a U-shaped face. Then we wanna add some ears, no matter who you are, boy or girl, you're gonna add some ears. I'm gonna add some earrings because I do have little diamond earrings, and this is a self-portrait, so we want it to look like us, okay? Now hair. My hair is long, and it would probably kind of go off the edge of the page. If I was falling towards you, okay, my hair would kind of be flipped back like I was falling. If your hair is shorter, if you're a boy, okay, you might just make your hair, you know, kind of like this, and then add at the top maybe some lines. But since my hair is longer, I am going to be adding, you know, some the illusion, I guess, that it's going off my paper. Now this part looks a little weird to me right here because it looks like the hair is growing out of the top of my hair, top of my head. And hair does not just grow on the top of your head, it actually goes all the way down to your ears as well. So when I draw that, I want to make sure that I'm also adding hair kind of down here. So we want your hair to look like your actual hair. So whatever the texture is of your hair, you need to make it look that way. If your hair is curly, please make it curly. If your hair is straight, please make it straight. Okay, let's talk about facial expressions next. All right, so if you were really falling forwards, okay, your face would probably not be like a happy face. It would be a little bit of a surprised face, right? Okay, so your eyes might be really wide. Okay, and inside of your eyes, the outside of your eyes is not the shape, it's not a circle, okay? But inside of your eyes, yes, there are circles inside of your eyes. That's your iris and that's your pupil right there, okay? Now also, if you need to go look in a mirror while you're drawing this and you need to see what your facial expression looks like when you are surprised, you're gonna notice that, your eyebrows kind of raise up. So you wanna make your eyebrows kind of arched like that. For a nose, I am fine with you guys making a little cheater nose like this. Just don't make that like triangular nose, that a lot of people make. But if you make this little, forward letter C, backwards letter C, small smile and a line, I am fine with that nose because I haven't taught you guys how to do shading yet. Okay, I'm gonna do a mouth. When I open my mouth like this, a little bit of my teeth is showing, and then I'm gonna add my tongue in there like that, and I'm just gonna put a little line down there to make it look like I have a chin, okay? So clearly I am shocked because I'm falling forward. All right, next, if you've gotten this far and you need to pause the video, please pause. Okay? I don't want you to rush through this just so that, you stay on track with Mrs. Davis. Please pause and do what you need to do. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the foreshortened body. So remember what foreshortening means is it means that you are shortening your limbs or shortening the object so that other parts look like they're further in front and then those foreshortened limbs look like they're further behind, okay? So it starts looking a little bit funky, but then it all makes sense. So the first thing I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a neck like this. Just two little lines make a neck. Let me go back down here to where my shoes are. Remember, I did these in pencil. I'm doing this in black pen so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I'm gonna go about halfway up the shoe and then halfway in between the shoes. And I'm just gonna put a little dot right there, okay? What that dot is that is where the two legs are going to separate. So you've got your two legs. One is gonna go over to the right and one is gonna go over to the left. So all you're doing is kind of making a triangle here. One goes this way and the other one goes that way. Well, let's go back up here. Okay, so my head is a little bit off center, and the way that you can tell that is because look at how close my ear is to this hand. This ear is farther away. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just the way that it is, okay? So no big deal, I just work with what I've got. Because it's tilted a little bit to the side, that means that on this side, I'm actually gonna see a little bit more of the body. I'm gonna see the shoulder attached to the neck and then go down a little bit for the arm, okay? On this side, look at this. All I'm gonna kind of see is something that looks like that. I'm just gonna quickly trace this little part of the thumb here. Okay, so this is the right shoulder and this is the left shoulder, all right? Next, what I wanna do is add a collar for my shirt. just like that. And now it's making a little bit more sense here, okay? The feet are forward, the hands are like, whoa, okay? And the face has clearly got that, you know, funny expression on it. The next thing I want to do is make the distinction between the shirt and the pants. So I'm just going to make a line that goes like that. That's where my shirt ends and my pants begin. I know that everybody wants to like dress themselves up so that you're wearing your favorite outfit or whatever, but that's really just not necessary on this project, okay? You guys don't need to spend a ton of time designing your pants or designing your shirt, okay? If you want to just put like, I don't know, maybe on my shirt over here on the corner, I'll have like a heart on a pocket. And no, this is not what I'm wearing today, but it looks cute. Okay, so if I want to do something simple like that, that is totally fine. If you want to make like a button-down shirt, or if you want the Nike symbol or the Adidas symbol in the middle or whatever, that I'm fine with that. But I don't need like ton of words and ton of, you know, designs and patterns and everything all over the shirt. Same thing with the pants. The other day I had somebody do a really awesome drawing, but they took forever on the pants. They made like these little cats and they made planets and everything, and that just wasn't necessary, okay? This isn't really a super duper important part of, you know, the project, especially when we go and watercolor these. If you've got little teensy designs on there, that's gonna be really difficult to watercolor, okay? So, you know, I do want you to add a little detail on there, but you don't need to go crazy. If you've gotten this far in one class period, that is pretty good, okay? So if you've gotten this far, I want you to go ahead and stop for the day, okay? You can trace everything that you drew with black pen. Okay, and then we will pick this up with Mrs. Davis next week in art. Okay, so if you've gotten this far with your pencil and you've traced it all in black pen, then I want you to stop and relax and save this artwork for next week. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right now. I will pick this back up with you guys next week, and I hope you guys had fun making this kind of different looking self-portrait, and you'll see what all this is gonna come together as next week. All right, guys, have a great day, and I will see you on your art day next week. All right, bye everybody.